right, so today I ran 15 miles, and usually on my long runs, I completely get lost in my thoughts. And today, oh, by the way, that's Harley. She did not run 15 miles, and she's probably the laziest dog I've ever met in my life. So yes, she is joining us today. But anyway, today my topic of thought was success. And I think because I've been an athlete, I've been a college athlete, pretty competitive athlete, I've been a coach, pretty competitive coach, and I'm kind of just a type A person. I'm very driven by success. I'm very driven by achievement. And I think honestly, everyone is driven by success and achievement to some extent. And I think that a lot of us want success, but feel that we fall short of it. And I think some of that is rational and some of that is irrational. And so I kind of want you to just think about your own personal journey, whether it's a fitness journey, a running journey, a coaching journey, a professional journey, whatever journey you're on and whatever success you're trying to achieve. If you feel that you're falling short of that success, why? And that's what I was thinking about on my run today. Why? Why do I feel that I'm constantly falling short of where I want to be and the success that I want? And as I was thinking about this during my 15 miles, I kind of was really only able to categorize my reasons into two buckets. And the first bucket was kind of more of the simplistic, well, duh reason, which is work ethic. So I think there are a lot of people in the world who dream and want, but aren't matching those dreams and wants with the appropriate work ethic that's needed in order to reach that goal. They might be putting in some work. They might be thinking that the work that they're putting in is fulfilling and what it needs to be, but ultimately it's not. They're not putting in enough work, or their work is not matching the work that they need in order to get success. So I think that's one bucket, like one category of why we're not reaching success. And I think for me personally, I fall a little bit into that, especially being a marathon runner. I've only been doing this for a couple years, and so I'm continually learning about marathon training and growing in the sport and like trying to figure out what works best, not just like for a training plan, but like for my body. And like for me, I don't really like to like run threshold a lot. Like that's really something that's like really difficult for me. And so I have to actively make myself run at threshold, make myself hold my goal marathon race pace during my long runs, because ultimately, like if I don't do those things, I am not going to achieve what I want to achieve in the marathon. So I think that's like one example of like work ethic. If you're not putting in those steps, sure, you can go out and like run all you want, but if you don't put in like certain pacing steps, you're not going to achieve that goal time that I want in the marathon. So that's like one category. I think the second category, which I think is more broad and I think is what a lot of people, especially like I said, very type A people fall more into, is the category of attitude. And it's kind of all encompassing. So like attitude, perspective, and kind of that like sense of positivity that you bring to the table. I think a lot of very strong athletes in particular struggle with this because they're constantly comparing themselves to other people, constantly, scrolling through Instagram, watching other people succeed on the internet or on the TV and wanting that so bad that they start to put more focus in comparing themselves to others and focusing more on other people versus focusing on themselves and building up their self-confidence, their self-esteem, and their joy within themselves. And I think that a lot of really like strong-willed people need to have an attitude check on, like, okay, if I want to be where I want to be, I need to have confidence in myself. I need to build myself up. I need to love myself. I need to find joy in the little things. I need to be present with myself. I need to be intentional. I need to be positive. Especially if over 80% of the thoughts that naturally go through my head every day are negative. I need to find a way to turn those to positive. So it's kind of like on my run, I was thinking about just sharing this because I think a lot of people need to hear that. Is like, I feel like I'm not reaching success, maybe not so much because of the work ethic piece, but because I need to have a change in attitude towards myself and towards my goals and what I want to see in myself. And I think this aligns really well with 2 Timothy, when Paul writes about the spirit that God has given us. And we all know this verse. It's a spirit of love, of self-control, and of power. It's not a spirit of fear. And I think that a lot of us have a spirit of fear. We do. And we're scared. We're scared people are gonna beat us. We're scared people are going to outrun us, we're scared of falling behind. We're scared of not keeping up. We're scared of not reaching our potential. Instead of flipping that and being confident in ourselves and enjoying the process and enjoying the journey. And I think a lot of us just really need to have that check-in attitude. So just kind of some food for thought. If you are an athlete, if you are a runner, if you are not an athlete or a runner, but you really want to start a fitness journey, I think that this is something to keep in mind. Is like, if you're going to have goals and you want success, it's a balance between having the work ethic and then having the right attitude. And if you can find that healthy, perfect balance of both of those, you're going to be unstoppable.